First question.
What's the best marketing advice you've ever received?
What is the most thing that frustrates you about marketers that you work with or that you see in the industry?
If you could go back in time, Alex of today, to go back to Alex who just gets started in marketing, what would you say to him?
What's going to be the most valuable skill for marketers in 2025?
I still go back to
Hello and welcome to Season 3 of the Push Podcast. My name's Jack Ferguson, an experienced brand strategist with a science background. I've worked in marketing for 15 years, have held numerous internal senior roles spanning national and international brands, and now I work as a consultant. In my career, I've worked across 25 industries and helped increase client and employer revenue by over $40 million. I will be your host. This season of the podcast is essential listening for marketers looking to better sell their strategies to stakeholders. I'll host senior marketers who will share stories, analogies, and mental models that help explain complex concepts to non-marketers, get client buy-in, and keep internal teams engaged. Whether you're in-house, agency side, or a consultant, I aim to equip senior marketers like you with tools to speak up, lead with confidence, and persuade others of your strategy's effectiveness. Thanks for being here, and don't forget to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on.
Hello and welcome to Season 3, Episode 29. This episode is a fun one. We do a rapid fire question episode where we shoot questions back and forth. Well, that was the plan anyway. Alex and I end up rambling and not answering questions as succinctly as originally intended. But having said that, it's still a fun, strong episode, so I think you are going to enjoy it. Some of the questions we ask each other include, what's the best marketing advice you've ever received? What's the best sales advice you've ever received? What's your biggest frustration as a marketer? What do you think is the most important skill a marketer will need in 2025? And what career advice would you give your newbie marketing self? So we cover all those questions and much more in this episode, the not so rapid fire question episode. Alex Urquhart, Product Marketing Specialist, is my co-host on this episode. And if you want to find myself or Alex online, please find links to our online profiles on whatever platform you're listening to this episode on. Let's bring in Alex and get started. Hello, Mr. Urquhart. It is good to see you again.
It's Ferguson, good to be back.
We thought that we'd try a different style of episode this time, mix up content like the good, great marketers we are, and try a rapid fire episode where we've decided the rules are we're going to ask each other questions. Some of the questions we might both answer, but we have to answer it in one sentence. So we have to get straight to the point and ask some curly questions. So let's get started. Again, I've already said that, but let's do it. So I'll start with a question, and I think we're both going to answer maybe the first couple, and then we'll just go back and forth. If you want to answer as well, do it. If I want to answer as well, I will. But if not, I'll just not
You
going
get to
to.
it. Well, what do you call it? Clear versus clever.
Clear versus clever.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
First question.
What's the best marketing advice you've ever received?
You can't control your buyers. You can only influence them.
Oh, mine would have been so close to that. Yeah. The best advice I've received is that your boss is your customer.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Elaborate on that. In one sentence.
Your services that you're selling as an internal marketer are to the person you report to.
Okay, that's cool.
That's how you keep your job, by keeping them happy.
I agree with that. So it was learn to sell to your boss is your client.
Yeah, so
right?
Your boss is your customer.
Your boss is your customer, and you can't control your users, your buyers. You can only influence them.
It might be unique. I'll add to this. Here we go, saying rapid fire questions, and we just go, screwing around with it already. But I think because we're marketers, because we can get so focused on the market and the customers and the users and the prospects that we could forget about who our customer is.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is our boss.
Which is the boss. Yep, okay, I agree with that. And I think that's probably the same thing around clear versus clever, or 90% of the job I do in marketing is just simplifying where we're trying to say. And that's probably another good one too. Okay, next one. I'll ask you, what's the best sales advice
I've ever received?
Yep.
Is sell to people that already believe what you believe.
Yep. Okay.
What is it for you?
Oh, probably similar one around you can't sell, only people can buy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I think I've said that before too. It's like you can't, internally, things like the boss and the board will say things like, "Oh, we need to sell more. Go sell more. Go double sell." You can't do that. You can only find them, show your value clearly and compellingly, and give them the next step. You can't make any. And also too, sorry, on another caveat to that is people don't like to be sold to, but everyone likes to buy. And the exact same thing. You push someone to do something in yourself versus if you give them a really great experience, very clear narrative, and a very clear problem that they have you can solve for them, they'll buy. As opposed to look at our product, look what it can do, hurry up and buy. No one will ever do that. And that's a sense of control. People don't ever want to feel, what's the two rules? People never want to feel unsafe or not in control. Right, next one.
So it's my question now, isn't it, to you?
Yes.
So what's the biggest frustration for you as a marketer?
Probably like communicating what we always say, probabilistic versus deterministic, and the fact that there's a time lag to everything in marketing. So the time lag between the two, trying to explain that. Usually we get hired is we need growth, we need more leads, do marketing please, which fair enough is part of the job. You've got to educate people on that. I can't just bring you leads. This is how leads work. Yeah, what about you?
Yes, similar. So I would say that it does sometimes feel in this discipline that other disciplines think they know more about it than they do about something else. So a director of a company might think they know more about marketing but they accept they don't know much about accounting or law or other disciplines. So the biggest frustration to me is, how can I say it in one sentence? I think it's almost the playing down of our expertise.
I agree with that. And also I think
the dismissal of our expertise. Yeah.
And I think that goes hand in hand with design work too, because I feel and with engineers as well, but I feel bad for designers because design is a very complex, difficult thing. But on the surface, it's just nice designs. And
just a logo.
And people think they just go, what's so easy? Just do that thing. Do you think I was going to say, maybe flip that on its head? What the question is, and we'll try to go back to one sentence because I'm sorry, I'm going on again. What is the most thing that frustrates you about marketers that you work with or that you see in the industry? What's the thing that you go, you need to fucking change that?
I would say almost the refusal for a chunk of them to engage in evidence-based practice. Like just too opinion heavy and too flippant and not with no desire to understand the evidence and the science behind what we actually do with but referring to evidence, not to personal opinion all the time.
I would say probably very similar vein as well is that, there's a spectrum of like lead gen, which is direct, like we send an ad, what do we get out of it? And then there's the brand stuff. And we all know brand is the most powerful thing in the world and it's almost impossible to measure or create a recipe for. And I feel like sometimes, and I'm calling marketers out, including myself, is that there's many people who hide behind that and they go, well, we did all these events and we're doing all these posting, we're doing this stuff. Well, we're building brand. And then you go, well, how do we know that? How do we know you're not shouting into the void? Or are you actually doing something well? And it's hard because I've been on both sides of this argument is that sometimes you can't measure everything you do, but you've got to have some justification to your job. And I've had people that charge absorbent amounts and push back internally and fight and been like, well, show me what you're doing is worth our time and our investment into it. If I hire a marketer and over 3 years, nothing changes, if I'm the boss, I'm sorry. Something has to change.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. What do you think? So I feel as though marketing is changing a lot recently. What do you think? What's going to be the most valuable skill for marketers in 2025?
I still go back to biopsychology, understanding that. And probably it's hard to separate that from stakeholder management.
Okay.
I'd say those two things.
What about a technical skill?
I knew you were going to try and put me, corner me like this. I hate technical stuff.
While you sit on that, I can go. Maybe give you a second.
You go.
I reckon the most valuable skill I feel is content creation, in my opinion. And when I say content, that's a very broad sentence because frankly, all marketing is content creation. But probably more of learning to write, learning to do a blog or a post or whatever. Because I feel now the market is so flooded and there's so much crap going on that the basics of doing a post or doing something is now drowned out.
Okay.
You need to be able to have a point and be able to get that point across and it to be compelling and clear and very interesting. And that's not, I feel it's not even just marketers anymore. There's a huge trend now in founder-led content or founder brand, especially for smaller companies. Like a founder who is willing and able to, or a CEO, whoever, is able to post even 2 or 3 times, say on LinkedIn, right? Keep it really simple, about a topic they believe in and have a compelling message and something very interesting to people to follow. You will win, in my opinion, you're going to win 2025.
Okay.
You will stand above everybody else.
Oh, okay. I like that. I'm going to steal that and go, yes, to write well.
To be able to write well.
Yep. That will be what I say.
It's so ironic because I remember only until the last 24 months I really took it seriously. I always did content writing and stuff, but trying to write less. And what's that old saying of I would have made a shorter post, but I ran out of time.
Yeah, I would have wrote it. Yeah, I think it's a Mark Twain quote. Yeah,
Is it?
I would have written a shorter letter, but I didn't have enough time.
Correct. And I think the ability for that, it's so noisy. If you can say what you want clearly to the point, that you'll win in my opinion, 2025.
Cool. I've got a question.
Yep.
Why do you love marketing?
I love marketing. Well, I got into this, I think, because I saw the ability to do marketing well, in my opinion, determines the success of the company. And when I go in one level deeper to that, a lot of people have great ideas. A lot of people are very good people with very high talents and mean well and want to do well and help everyone. But so many of them crash and burn and never get seen because they can't market themselves. And that's why I got into it, because I was originally technical as an engineer, and I saw this company with great people who are frankly some of the smartest people in the world in what they do, but they just didn't understand the market and they weren't catering for it at all. And they were losing and like the simplest jobs. And it was going downhill. And I remember being like, is no one else seeing this? Like, we're charging 5 times for a job to an audience that can't afford that. And we're giving them a Rolls Royce when all they want is a bicycle. And I'm like, why are we not having this conversation? And then it just got me really, really obsessed with it. And I saw it across the board. And these founders who come out with these brilliant ideas, but can't market them and can't figure out a way to tell the industry this thing. And I've seen many of them close down. And I've seen many average products do quite well because they learnt to just nail the point. So I love marketing because it's the human element, first of all. Good marketing can make a great idea successful.
Cool. Okay.
And if you can't, you can get the product right, you get the internals right, you get the culture right, you can get everything else right. If you can't market it properly, you'll be short-lived.
Cool. Okay.
What about you?
I love the human element as well. It's really interesting to work out how people make decisions. To me, that's a very interesting thing a very interesting topic to me. Though I have some personal attachment to this idea of cutting away 95% of the crap, and which is what marketing strategy is to me. So I'm deeply in love with that concept.
Okay.
And that's what I pretty much do professionally.
More efficiency, like finding what works, what doesn't work.
I'd say more effectiveness.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
All right. One more question. Do you have another one?
I do.
Go for it.
Do you have one?
No, you go.
Oh, you do you have one?
No.
Okay. If you were to give yourself advice when you started your marketing career, if you were to go back in time, Alex of today, to go back to Alex who just gets started in marketing, what would you say to him?
So I would say I would do more than read. Like, just do stuff, throw crap at the wall, knowing it will probably fail. And just learn like mad, like try a million different things. One of my cousins, he does marketing as well. And I said, how do I get involved with Facebook marketing? And he goes, just sell your services to someone. Say you'll do it for free. And someone will like take you up on it. And I remember being so nervous, being like, no, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to sell my services for free. And I ended up doing one day, and it was the fastest lesson I've ever learned. And then I ended up doing a couple of years doing paid Facebook and paid social media. And it was like, yeah, you learn a million things if you just do it.
So you're saying on the side too, not within a job?
Well, not being afraid to do it. I mean, within reason, you got to clarify with your boss too. But like not being afraid to go go to your boss and just say that like, hey, what if we do an event in New Zealand next month for this thing? Can we do it? Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. Just figure it out. Half it's going to crash and burn, but just go do it. Like, you're going to learn so much more. Don't worry. Throw crap at the wall. See what sticks. Yeah, that'd be mine. What about yours?
I would go back and say change jobs more frequently, and when it starts to feel wrong, get out.
Okay.
And prioritize finding the right culture for yourself to grow as a marketer.
I agree with that.
Because I didn't. I stayed in jobs too long that were wrong for me.
Okay. Wherever you want to go in the next 10 years, it could be anything for your career. What do you think's the one thing you're going to have to change with what you do to get you there? That's a big, insightful question.
It's the one thing I'm going to have to change.
With what you're currently doing to wherever you think you want to be in 5-10 years?
The start doing, I think, would be, it's around delegating more and around not trying to do everything. So, okay, stop trying to do everything start doing more delegation sooner and letting people who are great at that do that and focusing on my core competence.
Okay.
What about you?
I would say...
Last of the rapid fire questions that aren't rapid.
I would say don't be afraid. Like when it comes to my personal brand and stuff, and I have a lot of empathy now with founders because then I get precious with diving into it and just going, don't overthink it. Don't try to perfect it. Just do stuff. Have a healthy risk appetite and just go do shit. And knowing it may fail or whatever, just start doing stuff. Because when I'm in an organization, I'm with a team and maybe I feel more comfortable, and it's not my product as well. I feel more comfortable just running it with things, and it works. And it works. Like when I just test stuff and go. In 12 months' time, I'm always in a better place. But when it comes to my own stuff, I second guess it.
Yeah, then the organization gets the best you, and you don't give you the best you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to just throw shit at the wall and go and move quickly.
Just hurts so much more when someone says no to our services.
And that's probably why.
It's just like, oh, well, I didn't create this product anyway. I'm selling the software or this hat or this.
You detach yourself from the product.
Or this... what else can you sell? Air conditioner. I don't care. But I do care. But it doesn't hurt as much when someone says no. Awesome. Thanks for the rapid fire questions.
That weren't so rapid.
Yeah, that were super fast and super rapid. We stuck to our promise of one sentence answers really well.
Love it.
Chat to you next episode, Alex.
See you next one.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Push Podcast. Please remember to subscribe, and if you are enjoying the episodes, please leave a review of the podcast on your platform of choice. It really helps to build the podcast credibility and to help others find this type of information.